Hello everybody and welcome back to my sunroom here in East Tennessee. It is a beautiful day in May and I love doing blooms tours in May. I have so many things going on with my orchids and lots of blooms to show you all, so I thought I would just take you through and let's do a blooms tour. And let's start with the queen. This is my Elsie Mami Akatsuka Volcano Queen. Absolutely gorgeous. These two huge pink purple blooms, and they smell as good as what they look like. The smell of this is absolutely beautiful, just like its appearance. Love this one. This is one that my friend Sharon sent me, and it blooms for me twice a year. Such gorgeous blooms. And let's have a drop the mic moment here. This is my Phal Sogo Vivien. The last time I showed this plant to you all, she had about half this many blooms. I can't even count them. It's just this mass of gorgeous blooms. I am still shocked every single time I look at this plant. Two spikes that are just loaded down. It's like a clump of blooms. Is she not just absolutely gorgeous? Wow. I've had her for about 8 years now. This is the best bloom cycle she's ever had. And another fan favorite, this is Phal Fuller Sunset. Look at all these gorgeous canary yellow blooms with this gorgeous red lip. Oh my goodness, that is just so beautiful. I love this orchid, just so colorful and pretty. And here are my Phal Sogo Lawrence Tahiti Sunset blooms. I have 2 of these, and I just love the mass of color that I get with these blooms. Do you see how this one is a little bit darker than this one? It's always been that way. But look at these blooms. Look at just the coloring, the stripes, just the freckles. It's just amazing. Whoever named this one just did a really good job. It's a beautiful little Phal. And my Phal equestris cross, it never disappoints. I've had this one for 12 years. It blooms for me better and better every single year. It inspired me to get a Phal equestris, which is doing very well. But this one is just, wow, just such a pretty plant. It's huge. When I bought this one, it was in a 1-inch pot. Now it's in a 7-inch pot. Yes, it's massive. And Phal Magic Art. Look at all of the beautiful, distinct blooms on this Phal, and look what she's doing. She does this every single year. She spikes, and then I think, oh goodness, well, she had a longer spike than that last year. Yeah, then she elongates her spike once and maybe sometimes even twice. So I get this huge spike of these gorgeous blooms. Love this plant. And here's my Phal Chian Diamond. Gorgeous spike on this plant this year. Interesting coloration on these blooms. I know several of you have made comments about this beautiful Phal. Very vigorous grower. The foliage is extremely hardy on this one. It's very strong. It has these gorgeous spikes. And Phal Brothers Red Caribe. Yes, lots and lots of blooms on this one this year. I've had her for 14 years. She's just like a member of the family. And look at Phal Blueberry's Trinity. Oh my, the little pretty peloric Phalaenopsis. You all know I love peloric Phalaenopsis orchids. Oh my goodness. Feast your eyes on these beautiful little blooms. And I've got another spike with, it looks like 7 more buds on it. This is one of my all-time favorites. This is one, oh boy, I really, really like this plant. I can hardly speak when I look at this plant, so just let you look at that beauty for, yes. You would think I'd never grown an orchid, but honestly, this one, I really love it. And here's another peloric one that I bought from Hauserman back in November. This is Phal Chiang Sapphire. Most unique color. Wow, look at that. The white is paper white. And the more this one blooms out, oh my goodness, it's got a lot of blooms on it. So pretty. It started spiking almost immediately after I bought the plant, which I thought was really cool. 2 spikes on this one. And I couldn't wait to show you this one as well. This is my Phal Sogo Red Poeker. Another overachiever. Look at all these blooms. They just keep going and just keep going. Yeah, it looks a lot more purple in this light. When the sun hits the blooms, they look red. Beautiful. And speaking of peloric Phalaenopsis, here's my gorgeous Phal Legato. You can really see in this light the freckles and how ruffled the blooms are on this one. She just continues to produce buds. Her initial blooms have pretty much faded, but this is what she does for me. Every year, those blooms fade, and then she produces more and more. And they just keep going. Gorgeous Phalaenopsis. And here's my Tulumia collection, or part of it anyway. This is really a pretty one. This is Tulumia Jairak Firm Dalmation. Look at all those spots. Good name for that one. And here's my Barbie in her burgundy blooms. Just so pretty. And my Big Bang finally came out of bloom, and as soon as it did, it branched off this little secondary branch, and look at the color of this Big Bang. That one has more red, this one has more yellow. This one is really a pretty one. All of the blooms have that differing shade of, there's differences in the yellows and the reds in the bloom. It makes them very interesting. And my Tulumia Jairak Firm Gules is still in bloom. This is a very healthy plant, and these blooms have lasted, I think, for 3 months now, so that's fantastic. I love the color of this one. And it's getting later in the afternoon now. This morning I did a video on this plant, and they were all open. The sun was hitting the blooms. They were all open, kind of like this one right here. But as the sun starts to set, you can see they start closing. It's just about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but they close very slowly, and then when nighttime falls, they're closed. But look at my Easter cactus. It's so pretty. I'm just so proud. I'm so glad I didn't water it very much during those months, November through the middle of February. You know, that's when their dry spell. That's when you have to give them drier conditions, much drier conditions. But look at the beauty here. Even halfway open, it's still just gorgeous. And here is my beautiful GCT Lawless Gloriana, the Cattleya that I've had in my collection now for 22 years. And I have 2 of these. I divided the plant last year, and I just did an experiment with lighting on these, and I will link you to that video where I show the results of that experiment down in the description box, and I'll also put it in a pinned comment below. If you missed that, it was very interesting. I'll show you how I did the experiment, and I'll also show you the results. I'll kind of do a little spoiler here. Do you see how different the color of these blooms are than the previous ones I just showed you? This is the one that was under LED lights. So look how pretty these blooms are. I love this plant. It's brought me a lot of joy. And my huge dendrobium that I nicknamed Wilson, he is in bloom. He's been in bloom for quite a while now. He's now working on a new cane, so I'll have more blooms. The color of this one is just so intense. He is about 4 feet tall. He's a big, big orchid. And here's my pretty Phal tetrapsis C2. Gorgeous blooms. They're all white because these buds formed when it was quite cool. When the buds form and it's warmer outside, it has this gorgeous red striping on these blooms. Right now, they smell like soap and plastic, kind of. But in the winter when they bloom, they smell like lemons. So that's pretty interesting. And all the bark, the moss, the pots, some of the plants that I just showed you, they all come from the Orchid Supply Store, who is my sponsor. It's May, so it's a really good time to repot. So don't forget that when you order from the Orchid Supply Store to use my coupon code Amy for a 12% viewers discount. And if you're inside the United States, you get free shipping. So I want to thank the Orchid Supply Store. I also want to thank all of you for watching. Thank you to all of my subscribers, my members. You all make my day. I love looking through my comment section, reading your all's comments. You all are just my orchid family. I appreciate you so much. And before I end this video, I would love to say the blessing over you, your families, and your plants. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. You all make it a great day. We'll talk to you next time.